Hello and welcome back to everyone, rest of and to another edition of NXT Out of 10. And yeah, Boxing Day episode of NXT, lots going on here. Obviously we've got the big New Year's Evil show coming next week, so you've got the final build to that. Obviously, with the Iron Survivor Challengers getting their title shot. But before that, we started things off with an all-or-nothing match, Chase U versus OTM. Duke Hudson was rolling until Andre Chase took a blind tag and walked into the finish of Nima and Prince. This is an okay match, but Chase U did not hit their usual high standard of typical tag matches. This is part of the story, though, as the Professor turned MVP's momentum by tagging in. The angle was more important than the action, and sets up OTM for the biggest match of their NXT careers. They will be the family, I wouldn't have thought, but they can definitely get some momentum. Hopefully this new Chase U angle does not last too much longer. This group is at its best with underdog fire. Right now they're lost in an increasingly messy angle. Maybe that could have been a good out for them here, but who knows, it will add to the tensions, keep that story going. So yeah, I'm going to give it time to see where it goes, but maybe I wasn't totally convinced by this. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Before it's time for the Heritage Cup match, Noam Dar taking on Josh Briggs. Briggs was out for the first fall decisively with a running clothesline in the second round. In round 4, Lash Legend had to save Noam Dar with a bucket that Briggs stole away. He bashed the Scottish Supernova, causing a DQ. Too much of this was played out with pictures to reach its full potential, but Briggs looked good throughout. Dar put him over as a monster, and it's only Briggs' emotions that cost him the win. If JBL was ready to work some dates, and Briggs could use a direct appearance from the Wrestling Gods push his story forward, and maybe he could lead a heel turn. He was never going to win the Heritage Cup, but it's not his style. Dar could kind of use it in 2024, but I kind of feel like he needs to get some decisive wins and stop getting out, even though that's his character. But yeah, just to get more credibility. I don't know, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. But anyway, next up was Cora Jade versus Carmen Petrovic. Petrovic tried to overwhelm Jane with her strike heavy offense. The Generation of Jade put her opponent away with an impact DDT. Jade continues to taunt Petrovic after the bell, but Gigi Dolan arrived to make the save. There was nothing to write home about here. Jade won a classic NXT squash where losing wrestler got most of the offense. The action was fairly basic. The result was never in question though, was it? The Generation of Jade is feuding with Dolan after taking out the NXT Women's Championship recently. Is a bit weird. But I think, yeah, hopefully after New Year's Eve we'll get more of that. But who knows? But yeah, I'll give it a 6 out of 10 for this. But I want to see kind of more progression in the coming weeks before it's time for Lexis King versus Riley Osborne in the men's breakout tournament. Lexis King was rolling until Trey Bearhill stood up from the steel chair on the ramp. It distracted him on the rope, allowing Riley Osborne to knock him down with a shooting star press to get the win. It was a shot result that Osborne remains an unknown proposition in NXT compared to King. However, this is best for the tournament. It sets up 2 fresh names in the final. The match was rushed, barely over the 3-minute mark, so it was hard to tell who was kind of ceiling Osborne may have. However, as a member of Chase U, he's going to have a clear story on TV going forward. And yeah, I like what I've seen from him so far. King has been a lot lost in his bit of mystique. 2 losses at the end of 23. If he does not start picking up decisive wins, yeah, he might lose credibility altogether. So that's an important view for him. But I think for the sake of the breakout tournament, it's the right way to go. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Before it's time for Bron Breakker versus Nathan Fraser. Bron Breakker found a worthy fight in Nathan Fraser, but refused to lose. Fraser missed the Phoenix Splash and walked right into the spear to seal this loss. Fraser was grateful for Breakker, pushing him in a match that was never dramatic but always exciting. It's fun to see Breakker challenged in a way he cannot directly meet. The result was kind of obvious, but they worked in Top Gear all the way to the end. It's hard to get a sense of Fraser and what he's doing. He talks bad about everyone, making him unlikable, but NXT has not committed him to a heel turn. Right now he's just a good wrestler, but his character needs to be more clear. But Bron picks up a big win, remaining lost. Hopefully there's new direction for him, and fingers crossed a main roster call up at the Royal Rumble, because yeah, I kind of feel like that's best for him at the moment. But yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. But for this alone, for the match itself, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. We then got the men's breakout tournament, Oberfemi versus Tavion Heights. Heights showed he could match the powerbomb with Femi. However, he still fell when Femi blasted him with an elevated powerbomb. Femi and Heights are 2 men worth paying attention to. They are powerhouses that can move. Of the 2 though, the big man is still one, and that's especially intriguing. While it took too long for NXT to commit to him after his initial debut, it seems they're ready to push Femi as a draw, and he feels like a natural replacement for Breakker as the unstoppable force on the gold brand. Heights himself is no slouch and looks poised to follow in the footsteps of the Creed brothers, an impressive amateur wrestler that can challenge anyone. Femi versus Osborne is an intriguing combination, as NXT has not given away who is the favourite of the 2. The big man has impressed more. But yeah, I don't know, I like both of these men. I was kind of upset when Hayes lost, but I think Femi getting the win is the right decision. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. And yeah, like I say, lots of intrigue for that match in the final. We then got Joe Coffey versus Joe Gacy. Gallows tried to interfere with this match until Hank Walker and Tank Ledger brawled with them to the back. Gacy took advantage, ducking all the best for the bells and hitting the upside down for the win. Given a week to build it, it's odd to rush this onto a show that could have been used for other contests. Gacy and Coffey do not have much chemistry, but they were both talented enough to deliver a fine contest. Gacy's elevation has been interesting though. The crazy characters have rarely lasted in WWE. His talent feels wasted on a strange character that does not highlight his full strength on the mic or in the ring. Coffey's a good brawler, but not interesting anymore. He loses most matches and hardly has any character. And yeah, I kind of feel like the way about both characters. So this match kind of really did nothing for me, unfortunately. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Before it's time for NXT Underground, Eddie Thorpe versus Dijak. Thorpe refused to quit no matter what, and Dijak did to him. When Thorpe came back, Hard Justice showed him wherewithal, but Dijak finally could not answer the referee after a third Manifest Destiny through the announce table. And yeah, it completed a really fun match. I think NXT Underground definitely is more than Raw Underground did, but yeah, I thought this was pretty decent. Dijak picks a fight, he ultimately loses, but it's great to have him. This was by Thorpe's best match in NXT. Thorpe has made the Underground match his own and showed why he could move on the main roster, but yeah, this definitely feels like his wheelhouse. While it's been true for months, it's time to send Hard Justice back to Raw SmackDown and keep his character in the ring and aggression. He just cannot build other stars forever. But yeah, the show ended with Trick and Ilya signing a contract for the match at New Year's Evil. The Mad Dragon's wearing a neck brace. I'm surprised this match is happening there. It'd be interesting to see what that injury angle goes to. Personally, I'm not a fan. I would like to see them one-on-one, but I don't know. They'll have something in mind. So yeah, let's just give them the opportunity there to see what they've got. Overall, NXT this week gets a 6 out of 10 from me. Yeah, I thought a pretty solid episode of NXT this week, I have to say. Lots going on. The main event was really good. The Bron match was really good. Enjoyed the breakouts on it. There's still some bits on the show throughout though that maybe I wasn't too sure about. But I think, yeah, we'll have to see how it all goes. But yeah, for now, it gets a 6 out of 10. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Thanks so much for watching. Like, share, subscribe. Every daily wrestling is subscribe to the channel. Appreciated. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.